In this video, let's talk about something very important that many content creators are struggling with. I hope in this video, I will be able to kind of like solve this problem for you. So in order for you to get this problem solved, you need to stick around. Otherwise, you are going to continue making the mistakes that you are making on your YouTube videos and wonder why people are dropping off your YouTube video earlier on than watching the video, at least 65% of it before they click off. So since TikTok became a thing of our lives, I think from 2018 or 2017, and it became quite popular around COVID time, the attention span of the world population is now that of a goldfish. So it's very important that whenever you create a YouTube video, you make sure that you grab the attention of whomever is watching your video the moment after clicking your thumbnail. So that is why I keep preaching that it is crucial that your first 30 seconds of your YouTube videos, you do not have an intro. Somebody said to me that I have a problem with the YouTube video intros. As a matter of fact, I don't. I think they're kind of fun to watch and see people's creativity about how they love themselves before they actually deliver any content. However, though, with the attention span of a goldfish that this world has now, you cannot afford not to get straight to the point, because the last thing that you want is losing people from watching your YouTube video as a whole. So I'm sure you have learned at school about how to write a composition. Like you need to have a head, you need to have a body, and then you have to have a conclusion. Or is it introduction, body, and conclusion? Hey, something happens with YouTube videos because you know what? You are telling a story. YouTubers and content creators as a whole, we are storytellers. And as a storyteller, you need to captivate people in order for them to listen or to watch from the beginning to the end. Imagine yourself going to the movies. You see the poster of the movie. It's interesting. It's captivating. And now you want to see the content of this movie. What do? You purchase your ticket. You go inside the theater and the movie plays. But if the movie in its first, let's say 15 minutes, it's not making sure, what do? Of course, you stand up and you leave instead of sitting and torture yourself through a movie that is not making sense from the get-go. So same thing with your YouTube videos. You need to treat them like a movie. You are telling a story from the beginning, and then you tell the crux of the matter in the body of your video, and then how you conclude by solving a problem if your YouTube videos are about education, DIYs, or anything, or inspiration, because you give solution. People come onto YouTube for one of three reasons. Either they came here to be entertained, or to be inspired, or to be educated. So that is why niching is something that you need to put in the forefront every time you think of starting a YouTube channel, or you already have a YouTube channel, but your YouTube channel is a mixed masala. I am telling you right now, the stories that you are telling in that mixed masala has confused a lot of people, and they don't know what your YouTube channel is about. Possibility is that even though you may have those that are there to support you, can you imagine how many hundreds of thousands that you have lost because they go into your YouTube channel and they see that you do all kinds of topics? You do not have a specific topic that they searched for when they went onto YouTube. So niching is important, because when you niche, you are able to grapple with that niche and you speak to it into authority. And when you speak into authority of this particular niche, this is where people pay attention, because they came to your YouTube channel or to your YouTube video because they believe that they are going to find value. Remember, as a YouTuber or as a content creator, your entire process is about adding value. Your value proposition must propose that the person must listen to you because you've got the information that they clicked for. So it's very important that the first 30 seconds of your YouTube video, you introduce the solution of the problem that you are going to solve. But hold on, don't give them the solution in the beginning. The solution will come at the 65th percent of your YouTube video, because you want to keep people watching up until the part where you now start delivering the solution to the problem that they came and clicked on your YouTube video for. Also, do not make the mistake in the beginning of your YouTube video, you start asking people to subscribe, to like your video. Why should they? Because they have no idea what are you going to tell them about. So the best thing for you to do is that when you get to the 60th percent of your video, this is when you asked people to like the video. Basically, this is how you would put it. If you are finding value in this video, please hit me the like button because it helps the channel with the YouTube algorithm. And also, if you like what you are hearing from me, please do also consider subscribing so that you will see more videos like this. So in the hook of your video, you basically introduce the problem that you are going to solve and then instill a bit of fear that if they do not watch the video to the end, then unfortunately they are going to miss out on the solutions that you have for their problem. For example, in this video, I'm going to explain the YouTube algorithm and how you can level up your earnings by adhering to the needs of the YouTube algorithm. Understand the number one goal of the YouTube algorithm, and this video is going to show you how. So you see, you instilled a little bit of fear that if I don't watch through the video, then I'm not going to know how to basically trigger the YouTube algorithm and enhance my earning on the platform. So I have no choice but to listen to this guy all the way through the video. So you see how you utilize your first 30 seconds of your YouTube video. Now let's get into the crux of the matter. However, though, you need to understand that there are three factors that you need to incorporate in your storytelling as a content creator on YouTube. The first thing that you do, you introduce a character of the story. And in this case, because I do YouTube education, it is you, the creator, who wants to be a better storyteller on your YouTube videos. The second thing is context of your storytelling. This is the topic of the video. And the third is the stakes, meaning what they stand to lose if they don't watch the video all the way through. So all of these three elements were included in your first 30 seconds of your YouTube video. So in the body of your storytelling, this is where now you will take your audience through a journey or an adventure. That way they will stay captivated and listening to where you are going with this particular story. Is it going to solve my problem? Or you are just here blabbing and not quite sure what exactly you are saying. People are able to tell while they are listening to you if they are gaining any value in what you are saying thus far. Like in any storytelling, there will always be the good person or good people, and there will always be a villain. In this case, you are a creator that is listening to me because you want to be a better storyteller. Therefore, you are the character confronting this villain called either writer's block or your tongue getting tied when you are telling a story, or maybe you do not have a chronological order when you are telling a story on your YouTube videos, or you are not confident about your storytelling. This video is going to give you some guidelines on how to tell your story in chronological manner that makes sense to the person that is listening to you, while captivated at the same time. Remember, you hook them from the first 30 seconds of your YouTube video to the point where you start delivering your solution. So this is a struggle for many content creators anyways, so you are not alone if you're ever thinking that why can't I speak, or why can't I do something like this, or why do I feel like I'm not making any sense on my YouTube videos. Trust and believe me, you will see in the comment section if you're not making any sense. As long as you see nobody telling you in a comment section that you make no sense, trust and believe me, you are making a whole of sense. So all you need to do is garner your courage, garner your confidence, because these are the things that will help you through a YouTube video and telling a good story. Remember, in my videos about the YouTube algorithm, I did speak about the two main metrics that you need to ensure that the YouTube algorithm is triggered by. Click-through rate and audience retention, which is average view duration, are the two metrics that are very important to the YouTube algorithm. It is what triggers the algorithm to go and promote your videos to more people. So your storytelling is one of those that will assist. Once a person has clicked, that means you successfully gotten through the first metric, which is your click-through rate. People did click on the video. Now, how do you keep them watching from the beginning to the end? Audience retention. That is through your storytelling. And in order for people to stick around and listen to you, this is because you have value-packed videos. The information that they are hearing, it's way too good for them to click off. Way too good. If you are an entertainer, the more funnier you are or the more interesting your story is, the more it is curious oriented the story is, because at the end you want to see how it all ends. Just like you as a YouTuber that may be struggling with storytelling, you want to hear the end. How are you going to be the best storyteller on YouTube? The saddest part is that when you start talking on your YouTube videos and people start clicking off, that means you are not telling a good story, and therefore your average view duration or your audience retention gets destroyed. Once your audience retention gets destroyed, meaning that in a 10-minute video, people started dropping off at the first minute of the video, you need to adjust how you tell your stories. That's why I always say that don't do funny things on your YouTube videos in the beginning, like drinking water and taking a glass of wine, or talking to your husband or your wife, or playing with the baby, or there's a baby in the background that is making noise, which is kind of like distracting. These are the things that make people click off a YouTube video. It's important that also your background, it is something that is either will intrigue people. I hope this background of mine with YouTube Love Joburg, it's something that intrigues you. Like, where did you get it from? But at the same time, you are listening to me telling you this story that I'm telling you of how to become the best storyteller on YouTube. So the main thing that I want to tell you in becoming the best storyteller on YouTube is that you need to outline your video, either through a script or in a form of bullet points. Well, with me, I write full sentences. This is my script of this very video that I am telling you. As you can see, it's in full sentences. All that I do is I memorize my script so that when I speak on my camera, I know exactly how to tell you the story that I am telling you in chronological order, and also the way it makes sense to you. Some people will just write the bullet points and they can speak from those bullet points by just looking what the first bullet point is about. Then they know exactly what to say to you. Usually it's people who understand the topic that they are talking about. It's a topic that they can speak about even in their sleep. That is why they write bullet points. For me, I have to write a whole script in order for me to be able to tell you what I need to tell you. So write scripts for your YouTube videos so that you are able to follow the chronological order of your story. So that way also you do not find yourself going, what next I want to say? And then you kind of like, writing a script helps you to remember what you want to say on your YouTube videos. Between your storytelling, it's also very important that you create curiosity gap. A curiosity gap is more like where you say, and therefore, or you say, and again, or you say, again, or you say, then, or however. Those what you call curiosity gaps. They make the story and the transition of the story pretty interesting for whoever is listening, other than just speaking without punctuations as well, because I've heard people tell stories without punctuating their sentences, like pausing, and then they put a full stop, an invisible full stop, and things like that. You just hear them talking, and you're like, wait, whoa, let's slow down a little bit there. What are you saying? So it's important that curiosity gaps, you put them in so that it kind of like be like a smooth transition on your YouTube videos from one point to the next, and the next point, and the next point. With me, you will hear me say so. I like saying so because I feel like that's the best transition for my video. That way you also know that I've concluded with my previous point. Now I'm in the next point. So you would hear me say so rather than and then, or however, or therefore. Well, in the beginning of my YouTube journey, I used to speak like this, like a robot, because I was not sure of myself. I was not sure about what I'm talking about. I was terrified. But as I started uploading consistently on YouTube, then I found myself, once again, I'm a person that speaks a lot with my hands. I express myself a lot with my hands as well. My facial expressions as well, they do play a role when I am telling a story. Your style of storytelling will tell how long people watch your YouTube videos. So if you are finding value in this particular video, let me see some likes. That way I would know that I am telling a good story to you about how to be a best storyteller on YouTube. And also, if you are liking what I am saying in these videos, I got a whole lot of other videos that I have uploaded in the past and I'm also going to upload. Please consider subscribing and don't forget to click the bell notification so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. How to become the best storyteller on YouTube. Basically, yours is to keep the audience watching through and through. By doing what? By making sure that you touched on the 3 elements of your YouTube video. The first 30 seconds of your YouTube video, what did you do? You introduced the characters. That means you introduced the problem. And then number 2, the context of the video, which is the topic of the video. And the topic of this video is about becoming the best storyteller as a YouTuber. And the third one is the stakes, meaning what you would lose if you clicked off this video. You would not know how to tell a good story. So I don't have to provide you a solution in the end, because throughout this video, I was giving you the nuggets on how to become the best storyteller. When you start sounding like this is the conclusion of your YouTube video, this is when people's like, oh, okay, you are done with the value-packed proposition. So now you're going to tell them about these last pieces about subscribing and liking and all that stuff. Maybe they did not come onto YouTube for that. They just came for the information. They got the information. Now they're out of there. So not to get your audience retention graph falling towards the end, just don't say it at all. Just disappear. Say no. Some people don't even say goodbye. They just cut it off there and that's the end. And the audience retention graph remains a straight line, meaning that people watched from the beginning to the end. All you do is listen to your audience. Your audience will tell you if you are being a good storyteller or not.